It's time for Rabbi Minkowitz's Weekly Torah Lesson, a place where life's most difficult questions are answered. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowitz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Mishpatim. The question of the week is, humility and arrogance, are they mutually exclusive? So in this week's Torah portion, Parshas Mishpatim, right in the beginning, the Torah begins, Ve'ele HaMishpatim. And these are the laws. So Rashi right away asks the question, when the Torah begins, it's speaking about the laws, Mishpatim. But it doesn't say Eile HaMishpatim, these are the laws. It says Ve'ele, and these are the laws, as if it's continuation from before. So what's the continuation from before? So Rashi explains, the continuation is from before very simple. That since in last week's Torah portion, Parshas Yisro, we received the Torah from God, and now we're going over to Eile HaMishpatim, these are the laws. So therefore the Torah is telling us these laws also came from Sinai. Everything comes from Sinai. So the Rebbe asks, why is that important? First of all, why is that important to tell us? What's important for the connection? And the Rebbe explains a fascinating insight, and that's as follows. On one hand, the question is, why is it that God gave the Torah at Mount Sinai? We know God gave it, He picked the lowest mountain. And the question is, if God wanted to pick a mountain, He should pick the biggest. And if you're picking a mountain, why the smallest? But why did God pick the smallest mountain? Because God wanted us to experience humility, but with a little dignity. In other words, you have to be humble. That's why it's a small mountain, but you also need dignity. Now, what happens when you're starting to learn Mishpatim? You're starting to learn laws. So what happens when you're starting to learn laws requires intellect. Intellect is the human being, and you have to understand it this way. It's your opinion, the way you understand it, which brings out in a person a sense of arrogance. The question is, does God want me to be humble, or He wants me to be arrogant? If He wants me to be humble, so why is He telling me I should decide the laws, and the Bet Din has to decide the laws, and everyone has an opinion, and when you study Talmud, I say like this, and you say like that? And the Rebbe explains very simple, because God, yes, absolutely wants us to use our brain, and He wants us to have a little arrogance, because otherwise we would not comprehend things on our own. But to always remember, Ve'ele HaMishpatim, as you're learning the laws, and as you're using your intellect, and as you understand, and he understands, and she understands, whoever's studying, always remember that these laws came from Sinai, and always bear in mind that as a underlying of all your discussions, we have to have true humility. So to answer the question, is arrogance and humility mutually exclusive? Absolutely not. You need to have absolute humility, but you also have to have a little arrogance, and they have to be connected and intertwined. This week's Torah lesson is in memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib and Shlomo ben Yosef. May their souls be elevated for the Torah that we're studying in their memory. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. For more information on Chabad, please see our website.